Well, because you said there was a 4 hour, I had to keep it to 4 hours, so I was trying to figure out what would be best for everybody in general.
Right.
Because some folks have to.
I'm just trying to figure out where 10 came from if you were asking if it would be available at noon.
No, in previous years.
Oh, okay, we're not talking about previous years.
Come in.
So if
early
it's based on noon, what's load-in going to look like? Noon to
4, and then we deal with other situations as they come. That's what we said earlier.
All right, let's start that over. Let's pretend you have no idea about security. Let's pretend security does not exist. We're in a land without security. Good. Your load-in starts at noon. What time do you expect that it would normally end?
Realistically, 6, but I can make them.
Okay.
I can make them be here.
Load-in is Friday noon to 6.
No, we can make it 4, and then.
Load-in is Friday.
Okay.
Noon to 6. It's $100. Not your shit. We're gonna blow $100 on something far stupider. We're about to run out of fridge for a week. I'm not terribly worried about $100. I'm worried about frivolously wasting it. But this is dealers loading in. That's not a waste of money. That's a rational use of money.
Tell them it's used for, and then when they run late, it won't fuck it.
Tell them tell them that if they show up terribly after 6, we're gonna be very angry and I don't know, stamp notice on their meal card or something. But noon to 6 is their load-in, and exceptions we'll handle on a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
Preferably very, very, very few exceptions.
Well, like we said, acts of God, car blowing up.
Exactly.
Ridiculous trick.
So.
It's fun to have to go try to figure out how to rent a truck, arrange for the car to be towed someplace to get fixed, and then try to get somewhere.
Yeah.
I've done it. It sucks.
So Thursday's load-in times are noon to 4 with the possibility of having to push that to 6. Friday's load-in is noon to 6, which means if you're bringing equipment on Friday, please pass this on to people that might be bringing equipment on Friday. We want them to get it here before 6 p.m. or we will stamp those or whack their TV with a ruler or something.
You said on Friday?
That's right.
6 o'clock is the deadline.
That's what we're going for. Do you need later?
Well, the sound guy I don't think is going to be around till later than that.
I thought Member said he was going to be here earlier than that. No, that changed. Don't you get upset?
Nobody told me.
I just found out myself by accident.
Okay.
I found out because I happened to be in the middle of an email exchange. Hold on, let me look.
It just said Friday night. Like originally he planned on getting there Saturday. Now, do we have any load-in, load-out time on Saturday, or is that a no-no?
What? No, we don't have anything scheduled for Saturday. Why?
Well, I have a drummer that would most likely want to bring in his drums and leave them, take them the same night. So let's get in for 1 2-hour block, hour block.
Contact me after so that I can spank this drummer for making a big pain and making sense of pain in my ass.
Well, I can. There are things I can do to make it.
Wait, what?
I can probably pick up his drums and load them in with everybody else, and then give them back to him after the con.
That'd be ideal.
Like,
I mean, like I said, contact me afterwards. We'll figure it out. Because
okay.
If it's got to be done, it's got to be done.
Cool.
Hold on, I'm trying to find Gundo really quickly. There it is. Gunderson. What's his name? Like I'm Jared. He's Gundo. That's him. Entanglements. This is the thread. I'm sorry about the sidetrack here, guys. What the shit? This is a marathon thread.
He says I will be getting in sometime between 6 and 8 p.m., depending on when he gets out of work.
What the shit? That's the. Well, thank you. I never hear that. How many people do you expect to be showing up like noon on Friday, Angie? I guess, how many people do you think we'd be shitting on to move that closer to 1? Other than you, because I think we can work you out specifically as an exception case.
Yeah, I would love to get my stuff in before everybody else starts piling in there, but theoretically, 3 to 4 of them anyway would be there at noon, probably at 11:30 one.
What time are we opening?
4.
Oh, yeah, moving it to 1 is a dick move anyway. Alright, we'll handle Gundo as an exception. Email me offline and we'll figure out Gundo and your drummer guy.
Okay.
The little drummer boy. From now on, that's his name.
I like it.
And I demand that he plays pum.
You can do it.
Next stops in the Stutz room.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we have dealer room hours?
Yes.
Yes?
There are.
Can I get those?
I'll be emailing them to your mom.
Okay, I just wanted to try to include it for the schedule.
Well, no, we're not.
Okay.
Well, we jumped off in the middle of Council briefly by. Alright, so now that we jumped entirely out, back to hospitality.
Oh, yeah.
It's your fault for sidetracking us. Hate that.
Our Happy Honor Open Soda, their rig will be set up in the Con Suite main, which is 401. They will be doing panels elsewhere during the con, but the actual Open Soda rig is in 401, the Con Suite main room. So it will be open and running the entire con.
Yeah.
Beers in the main room, only liquid nitrogen is over in 402. Everything else food, and all of our meals are being scheduled around or to work in conjunction with ice cream time, the liquid nitrogen times. Because they have the room here for 2 hours and it's open, I can bring in the meals and the crowd for the meals during a period of time when both rooms are open. And it works well, and dinner and dessert.
Yeah.
Maybe a show, who knows? Unless I don't buy food, then I'll stop. Other than that, the only other thing I have, just so you have a heads up, I've already contacted law enforcement. I have a stalker, and he's a very stocky stalker, and he just realized I was here in Michigan. So he plans to attend Penguicon. I've alerted the authorities. He already has a restraining order. He's not allowed to come. However, should this person show up, I will have to step out, call the authorities, and...
Contact me offline afterwards about this, because that was all needs to know.
Okay.
So you haven't contacted the authorities?
Well, no, the authorities
I don't have a
contacted you
choice.
because there's
It's a
restraining
federal
order.
case. I have
Yeah.
no
It has to be
choice.
done. Yep,
Yeah.
this is the appropriate way. It's not a problem, it's just we need to do the appropriate
So
stuff.
I thought I would let you know.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
knows.
Should we pass that information also on the registration?
Not yet, we're still talking to hotel and deal with the...
I don't think he'll show because I'm very brazen with my stalker. I'm like, come on by, I'll give you a hot dog.
and some federal assistance.
Okay.
So, but I figured I'd let you know. Other than that, I think that's it. Any questions?
We are buying food, right?
Yeah, we're buying food.
Okay.
Freaking food.
Good try.
Eat it all.
Did you hear back whether or not Open Soda wanted to do a midnight panel?
Yes,
And yes, they do.
yes.
Okay. I have Baker delivering the liquid nitrogen Thursday afternoon.
Works.
I cannot be here Thursday
I
afternoon.
can.
I'll be here.
And, okay, so they said 4 o'clock. Is that okay?
That
You
is-
want me to do it at the same time?
3?
I can do earlier, I can't do later.
Earlier better. I've heard that our times were due to 4, right?
Yeah. No,
So
no,
if you
I
could
just-
hit that window.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was
Bottom, like
just truck
2
stuff or...
would be better.
Okay,
Closer to 2 p.m.
okay,
No, you know what? Target it at 3, and if they're late, I'll fucking charge them for it.
okay. And so should I tell them to contact you when they get there?
Yeah, they have my cell phone number on file, but pass it back on.
They read it to me. I got it.
Yeah. You got it from them.
So, okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, and I have the nitrogen's list, and
Yep.
we'll make all those purchases and get back to you on pricing, because I have no idea what. They give you a book, but then they don't give you pricing.
Okay.
find out when we get there.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
I know, right?
It's like the marketplace. I want to ingredients, this is alright. Is that it?
I have 10 a.m. for your volunteers on Thursday where we go continue chicken.
How about the lobby?
Lobby?
Yeah.
Not at the. Oh, okay, yeah. Thursday. It's like not at the gun suite? But no, that makes sense. Okay. I'm very easily confused. You can't fucking manifest. Alright, hold on. Let me save this before it goes away. Save. Edit.
So you have to get these changes so they start making mess of them.
Stop it.
Yes, any of them can.
Don't want to hand out numbers of things.
Oh, your mind's all over the internet.
Truck stop bathrooms. Wait, what?
Did you use the truck stop bathrooms? Did you use trucks have bathrooms?
No, and truck stop bathrooms. Alright, facilities. Well, that's me.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you no doubt heard, load in is going to be Thursday from about noon to 4, and Friday noon to 6. There is no scheduled load in or load out on Saturday. Sunday, load out. What do we need? Do we need anything on Sunday?
2 to 6 for the dealers.
2 to 6. 2 to 6. Nobody else is, we're not pushing anything else out. Then we're doing the rest of it on Monday, right?
Yep.
So Monday, ideas?
But crack early.
Like 6 a.m.?
Oh, fuck, no.
What part of early for us is like 10.
But crack early 10
Just
is
to the
good
ground.
for me.
I have 10. That is your
Yeah,
volunteer
10.
people.
10 to 2?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
after the
fine.
dead dog, hopefully people are just passed out drunk until about
10 last
8:30, maybe 4:30.
Yeah. I don't know. Nobody's getting breakfast this year.
More of those times on Thursday and Friday.
They're gonna
Huh?
bump
More of those times on Thursday and Friday.
It'll be on the wiki short.
Stale s'more pop. There we go. Just set it out.
Alright. As far as hotel rooms go, they're figuring through things. We don't know what the fuck happened. Oh no, we gave it to her. She's trying to figure it out. She's like,
Okay.
shows us that's a valid number, but doesn't have a room, so I don't know what she did.
I need the presidential suite.
Oh, that's what it is. Alright. There are like 30 rooms in the hotel or something like that left for you, so if you haven't booked a room, well, what the fuck? It's common 2 weeks. I don't know if you're aware of this.
You put in a request to share mine.
Yeah, that's all fixed. I looked it up.
Isn't there crash space in the consulate?
Oh my god. The violence and the reaction I had, even while I knew you were joking, was so severe. Like, what the fuck? Holy shit! So no, there's no crash space in the con suite, as it turns out. You can't ask the con suite to shut down early so you can get some resty rest.
What about 402?
Maybe 402. You shut down half the con suite. If you want, you can kick out some guests of honor so you can get your beauty sleep. That'll be a good time. Just finish up your beers and get out. And then nap in the con suite.
Having a down, looking down at your fucking car.
Which is down. So,
Yep.
some places else being subtle.
Yeah, we're not being told that Dick had a confusion who did that. Not a bigger person right now.
As far as room parties go, please spread the word. We have 6 parties on the list? 5? You sent me the list, I glanced.
7, well,
Not many.
19.
We have a number.
I have like 6 parties on the list.
How many do you want?
I have a shitload of people that are like, oh yeah, I'm probably having a party. So, I have to assume that there are people that think they're throwing a party, but aren't going to be in the party block. It is going to be a sad day for them because there is an extraordinarily strict hotel policy if you're outside of our party block. 10 p.m., one warning. Noise complaint after 10 p.m., first warning is the only warning. Second warning, you're evicted. Okay? We've agreed to this because I think that's very fair. Shut the fuck up in the quiet areas, people.
They have notices in the elevators to be quiet, so
Yeah.
you already think they're going to be on the roof.
Now, they are letting us do all kinds of stupidity in the party block. If you know of people that are throwing parties, please pass on to them to email room parties at or email hotels at. Email both and let us know that they're throwing a fucking party so they're putting the room party block. As it is, there's going to be a whole lot of shutdown parties and a handful of really loud, raucous, enjoyable parties. So, there's that. I believe we're entirely booked out of VIP suites, so everything that's left is deluxe doubles, deluxe kings, and regular rooms. Also, and this is something I need you to push out, if you can email everybody and verify that they are not going to want chairs brought in, tables brought in, or beds brought out, all of which they need to know about in advance, and all of which you know to charge them, obviously. But we need to verify, because they don't know in advance. They will probably charge more if they're asked while they're in the middle of setup. So spread that out.
Alright, this is probably an incredibly stupid question, but I'll ask anyway, because I know you love
My favorite kind.
Exactly. If you're running panels and you expect people to sit down, do we need to let you know that we expect to have chairs or tables or something? Or is that can we assume that the panel rooms
Oh, you mean in the function space?
Yeah.
No, you just said
Okay. I wanted to make sure I don't want
The question was on that narrow edge of, I can't tell if this is actually like a really bad, stupid question, or actually a really important question that never came up ever.
Just wanted to make sure that I can assume that there are going to be chairs in the panel rooms.
We're working on that. Now, if you need a weird setup, you should already have passed that on to
If
your
your equipment
And
needed,
did-
was not a chairs, they'll take all
I
the
need
chairs on that.
Should we assume that the non-weird... This might also be an important...
Alright, everybody that's having a side conversation.
Are we assuming that we're defining a normal setup as eyes front chairs with a table?
Yeah, standard setup is theater setup, which means rows of chairs facing one direction with a head table and a handful of chairs near that.
Okay.
A couple of them have AV, that's a theater plus AV, which is also a standard setup plus AV. Audio, yeah, audio vision. Projector.
There's not a V in front of it.
There's no V.
With
There's no
a V.
With a V. Oh my god, I'm gonna make an entirely new setup that's that? Just to fuck with you. Hold on. Is this audio visual or do you want a V? This one is I want a V. This one I want AV. And this one is V with no A. Which we actually have, and so I kept referring to music room. We have an A with no V. And I kept referring to it as AV, and finally I think it was Sarah. Alright. So you know you're not getting any video, right? Yeah, that fucking counts. AV is one thing. So, yeah, if you want something that is not that standard, the other ones that are fairly typical are banquet, which is just a bunch of rounds and tables around them. And then a main stage style, which is theater with stage, and head table recording.
Did we get any word about this?
You asking if we have access to those?
I'm gonna need firms.
Whether we can plug into the
Oh,
wall.
plug in. No, because as it turns out, I totally forgot. Chair, could you get around to asking the fucking hotel if we can? Why is there a comment there? That's not where a comment is. If we can plug our shit into the fucking TVs. Not to actually. I will check. Alright, any other facilities related questions?
What floor is the party block?
Don't know yet. Consuite floor is one of them, so you can sync that
Okay,
with the
so
fourth
like
floor
I
if
don't
you
have
want.
to like stand there and go shh.
Yeah, they evict when they evict.
Oh my god. I want to make just consuite and the very next two rooms a party block, and the rest of it's buffer. You're gonna get us kicked out. We're gonna look like Morgan.
I figure if I don't register and it's the quiet block, I'd get thrown out for sure, and I'd go to dinner soon.
Hey, no con planning to get fired. We fucking need you.
No, you will continue to work, we'll just let you sleep in your car.
You're fired, but you still have to work.
No.
You don't get to work right now, buddy. Alright, side conversations.
As far as the seating goes, is 402 getting extra seating or just whatever the suite already has in it? Like the stools and you get one table and chairs.
Casing panels will be standing.
And usually how about the demo
too, because of the number
Demos panels will be standing on them too. Normally that's how they do them anyways, everyone kind of gathers around. Because you can't see all from standing. That's a good question though. So in the future, yeah.
I've got a silly question.
That's a standing right.
I've got one of the authors coming in who keeps asking me something about after hours party on Sunday, and I have no clue what she's talking about.
She's talking about the dead dog. You can respond that yes, there is a
okay, there is a okay.
There is
That's
a
what
dead
she's
dog
talking
party.
about. I never make it to those. Okay, dead dog.
It literally, when you said it, this moment is what because I've had the same problem. Like I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Literally, this moment is when it occurred to me. Yeah, it's the dead dog. I'm almost positive.
And tell her to go to the con suite.
Yeah, con suite will be open
Is it Joanna Gedritis?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God, don't bother answering. I'll just call her on my phone and tell her she's a dork.
I would appreciate that more than you know.
Thank you.
That was the most confusing email exchange
She's
ever.
No. She's my friend from Kansas City. She's staying in my damn hotel room.
I
Send her an email that says.
Then your
Lily's gonna
responsibility
call you
is
and
to
tell
tell
me
her.
you're a dork.
She'll write back and be like, when I do this.
I almost felt bad because after trying to muddle my way through what the fuck was going on, I was like, this all looks like Angie's problem. Forward.
Yeah.
And then I waited about 2 days and was like, so did this get out? Oh, did it? Awesome. So yeah, sorry about that. You had to go under the bus on that one. I was confused.
Yeah, I will let her know.
I'm used to
by the
that.
end of the day today, Angie.
Okay. Then you'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. She was just confusing me completely. It's like, what the hell do you mean a party where I can leave my stuff after hours on Sunday? Oh.
Any other facilities related questions? Troy Marriott. Alright, so now we're gonna roll back up to
Want to check in on the status of the program book, make sure you've got the matter that you need for it?
Most of it.
I deleted the schedule
You know what?
yesterday.
I know. Well, okay. The souvenir book and schedule the separate class. As for the souvenir book, which I'm trying to get done first because I know they need time. No, you sent me a copy of the report. I remember.
Yeah.
I search. I don't know if I'm using the wrong term or what.
It's a Google Doc, I'll forward it to you again.
I've done this like 5 times now with various people where I'm like, I can't find this goddamn thing. And then they're like, yeah, I'll reshare it with you. You share it, you son of a bitch.
I don't have, I think this is probably a Jody thing, but I don't have a photo of Philip Pofrock. Shall we just skip that? His biography is
I don't know, that's Sparrows.
5, 6, 7. His biography is 8 words long.
8 words. What are they?
Author for EcoGeek.org, architect, green technology enthusiast.
That's what mine was.
That was
Yeah.
what he sent us.
And it's so short that if I put in a photo, it will look like a photo of the next person's biography.
Unless you make it really small.
Really, really, really small.
All the photos should be sized according to how much bio.
Well, just put in a photo that says no photo available.
So, now you
That's true. John Scalzi will spread across a 2-page spread with his photo.
Which I think it's so of him going like,
I'm kind of tempted to pay for that myself just to make sure it happens. The Scalzi centerfold.
Given the unbelievable awesome bio.
Wait, can we put that out of the camera part?
Oh yeah. You know what? Can we edit that a little bit out? We want that to be a surprise.
well, no, I was asking if we could
Yeah.
get it.
Oh, never mind.
He wants that part edited out so we can make it a surprise.
Sarah should know. Phil Profrock did not bother to show up for this competition.
Well, I mean, I don't know why. Maybe something happened, but he didn't come.
Excuse me, I should have rephrased that. Could not be arsed to show up.
Could not be ours.
Interesting.
I mean, it was awesome at Penguicon 2011. That was the last I heard.
So that's what you heard too.
Guess so.
Is he under Richard Harrell's track?
No, he directly corresponded with me. Oh, he was my nifty last year, and I had invited him back before I had known Jody was 100% on.
Yeah.
So he's been pretty well communicative with me.
I don't know what happened. I just know he didn't show. He didn't come. And the panel was
Yeah,
canceled.
this is a better time.
Yeah.
Well, if
You hear that
if he
confusion?
doesn't-
Better
if he doesn't
con.
this year, we won't invite him down.
Alright, that's fine.
You know.
Is there anybody who can help me with a photo, or are we just gonna skip it and say?
Let me see
just
what
say
I
who
have
it is?
from last year, because he was a nifty last year. So let me just look right here and
All
see
right.
if there's something in here. Pretty sure
Um,
there is.
And then, you know, there's basically, I'm working on some stuff with, I'm being sent some rule changes, rule alterations. And then for the schedule book, we're just waiting for, we're waiting for the schedule.
Hey, Matt. Yeah. You have any objection if we use this LinkedIn photo?
I have no objection. See, here's the thing. Over and over and over, I've used stuff that we just randomly found on the web over some previous years, and it's been wrong.
We should not do that.
We should
always
not
use
do
only what
that.
they
Yeah, I
actually
learned
use.
that the hard way.
Walmart copy paste.
The time when I copied and pasted our Tech Desk of Honor's biography that he himself put on his own website, and it mentioned how he likes to masturbate as one of his hobbies, he got kind of pissed. I was like, this is your bio, and you wouldn't send us a bio, and you put this on your website. Yeah. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. I think we should warn them that if they don't supply their own photos, we will have somebody, probably an angel, throw in with them.
Yeah.
So
Just draw a
that's a really good
penguin.
idea.
Just draw a penguin with his facial hair.
What's your email address again?
Well, you can use program book at Penguicon.
One word?
And then
We'll just draw them. We'll have Concom
I want
draw your
to
penguin.
find out people's feelings about
I feel good.
using this cool art that Festworks sent us as our cover art. Because it's supposed to be in the inside of the book, but we've been using it. Aww.
The 40 years of sweating being inadequate was
Your battery may have shed itself. I like it. I like it.
This is my company's logo. I just made a slight revision to it.
Nice.
And if you choose to use one of those, can you forward it to
No,
me?
all of them.
All of them.
Because I'd like to
As
use
the
one of the
cover.
updated ones. We have the old penguin that we put on the nameplates and
We have the
whatnot.
presenter penguin on the
Yeah.
tab.
Yeah, we have the rights to use Howard Taylor's penguins
Right, but
here
if
for
we
us,
wanna use
but
something new,
there's no reason to continue to use them all the time,
I'm
every
gonna
year.
hold this very carefully. This is these are the little clip art penguins, and we could keep using, that thing with like the circles going around, concentric circles. We could keep using that.
Oh yeah, that's actually the logo.
Can we at least put those in place of the dots going around the circles?
We could, because here's the thing: these are color. We're doing a color cover, so we may as well use some art.
The logo doesn't need to be the cover. That's the logo.
Exactly.
Like Nike, when they issue a calendar, Nike doesn't just put the swoosh on the front.
Exactly. That's why I actually preferred it.
I like that a lot better. Than the logo is used as a logo, like it should be.
Right. Because I figured if I put all these through the middle of the book, then they're black and white, and it loses the color.
He did ask that if we use it beyond the things he's already checked off on and agreed to. Like he agreed for the program books, he agreed for crown decorations. If you want it further, we have to let him know we're doing it. He just wanted to keep track of where he was seeing his art.
Okay. I mean,
So if you
Like
do
on
decide to
badges
use it,
and
let
stuff
me
like
know.
Okay, cool.
Do you
And
want to use it?
Well, if we pick one, and I vote for the one with the asparagus,
That's fine. We can't see him, so.
then I just need to replace it because it's a mail merge, so they would all be the same.
Too far away.
so then in the past, the only other thing is, and this is completely optional, but sometimes you put front matter about the hotel. Here's some hotel info. I mean, not the hotel rules, but if you want to,
Okay, I'll add that to that hotel thing.
doesn't matter how long.
If there's anything.
You got a little bit of space. And that should be good.
Is there anything else that's outstanding at the moment?
Photograph of Jim Geddes, photograph of Scrub Club Records, photograph of Festworks.
Hold on, these are all outstanding?
I don't have any of those. Sadly.
Oh, let's see. Hold on. So,
Okay. Yeah.
Getty's photograph.
Yeah, because John Scalzi, I have a trillion. So Getty's photograph, Scrub Club Records, Fezworks, who sent me a massive number of little penguin drawings, but no photo of his face. His or her face. Philip Profond. And that's it. Unless there are more nifty guests whose existence I do not even know of. Oh, that reminds me. Open soda is not in there. Because what would I...
Oh!
I mean, what kind of food am I photographing?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not made out of cola.
Yeah, I mean, the heck of honor, it'd be better to show like
the
logo,
logo.
right?
The rig or the
I got
logo.
their
I would say the
logo.
logo.
The logo,
I've
yeah.
got their logo and their.
I made their logo. I've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I think that's the right thing to use, their logo or a picture of the rig, whatever works better in a book.
All right. Yeah. No
All right, so
problem.
you need Jim and you need Scrub Club. Getty's Scrub Club.
Indeed.
Empire, did you catch that?
I did not.
Scrub Club photo for the program book. Whatever we're going to put in there for the guest of honor picture for Scrub Club Records.
We want
Scalzi
that
wants to know
now.
if there's a specific photo that we were thinking of using for a centerfold.
He could feel free to pose for one.
Oh, wow.
I have one in mind. It involves him with grapes on a bench with a toga.
There's one paragraph in here that's very suitable to have because his bio says the word Scalzi means barefoot in Italian, but also means lightly salted in Czech, full of mucus in Romanian, and in Catalan it is unspeakably gifted in the erotic arts.
Really? Those all combine well with your photo.
Yeah.
Except for the cover in salt and mucus.
It was almost sexy, and then what the fuck?
Rule 34. That's one of it.
Deer pounded up to it. It's fine. All right. So open soda. We need a photo and blurb.
Well, with open soda, I could just put in the logo. I've got it.
Okay, so
I
just
need
open
some kind
soda
of,
blurb.
yeah, something to
Wait,
say about it.
I will reshare that.
She made it blurb. I saw it.
Oh,
I didn't open it.
wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So
And
I'll
then
delete that one.
Empire's going to get us some sort of a picture to use for Scrub Club.
Working on it right now.
Excellent. All right, it has to be the map. So
Nude.
What size picture do you want?
Matt.
It's
300 by 300?
yeah, 300 by 300 is good.
And what do you got?
Oh wait, this is a guest of honor, not a nifty.
Yeah, guess I'm on.
All right, double that. Let's say make it 300 DPI. Let's say make it 2 inches across.
300.
Something that's going to
DPIs.
preferably something that goes well with black and white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm going to convert it to black and white anyway.
I'll say 450 by 450.
Yeah, that would.
Vector graphics. I'm just saying. I don't really know what any of this means.
I know you don't know what it means, Jared. We talk all the time.
Lines.
Cats have protons.
GIFs and JPEGs and what? All right. Anything else we're missing though?
Nope.
Groovy. Anything else for program book?
Anybody got any program or publication related questions?
Can we make sure we get a proof draft to the Concom people?
Working on it.
I mean, just
Right.
make a plan that we
Ballpark date.
Yeah, and here's the nice thing is that they don't even, I don't know what's so awesome about Heat Press that they can do this. They don't even need it till Monday. They're going to give us like a 3 or 4 day turnaround. They are kind of miraculous. And it's not like they don't know what the project is. They've done it before.
Are you going to publish it to like the Concom list?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Where you can look at it?
scaled JPEG. Oh god. They're like, yeah, we know how to do this. The fuck is that? You took pictures of things.
The entire book is printed in a
just-
MacBook.
You just brought the whole thing to Walgreens and had them photoprint this on.
It's on photo paper.
Oh, and the,
Flipbook.
oh right, I have a price here too.
Did you say a ballpark date on the proof draft?
I can try to have a proof draft of the souvenir book.
That's what I actually did.
Right.
That's
the one with the bios and photos.
So you and
So the what?
SOUVENIER.
I've been dropped from the internet
Nope.
connection, or I could get that price.
EIR.
Yeah.
SOUNVEIR.
Whoa, no, there's a lot of letters.
It's not IER, it's
Yeah.
Pretty book.
keepsake book. Right click and accept the suggestion. That is how you spell it. Hang
On Monday. Yeah. And then,
You know, if it's
that's a
within
deadline I
day.
feel comfortable about missing.
That's all I care about. If we have a deadline we're okay with missing, I'm good with this. That's what I do,
Something
obviously.
to go from.
Alright. Yeah, because I just need to know how many days overdue I am on things. I don't actually care when they're due, I just need to know how many days overdue I already am.
Oh, there's no E, these people can, are,
Yeah.
that's why we try to get me letters.
Okay, I've got the price. It's coming up. All right, so the total, and this is for a souvenir book, the pocket schedule, like the schedule book, and the actual trifold, like schedule grid. Total $3,000.
Or one soul.
$2,999.91.
How much?
$2,999.91. We should add 8 cents to that, make it 99 cents.
I was gonna say, I don't like that it's not 99 cents. Can we just write them a check for the 99 and then tell them they
Let's
owe
make
us?
them a check for $3,000, rounded off to the grand.
Because we're gonna
Keep
fuck
the
them so
9
much.
cents. Keep the 9 cents.
How many copies are you making?
This would be.
We all love this shit. They're very big though.
Well, okay, so there will
Because you
be
can scale the JPEG.
actually
the other way, too.
1,300 of the souvenir books. Actually, 1,300 of each of them. We might want to print a fewer, somewhat fewer of the trifolds, because usually people take less of those.
I just put a souvenir right by accident. That stays. Keep it. And so some run less of the.
Yeah, let's say. What do you think? Maybe 900 copies.
We could probably get away with 800. We had leftovers last time we did 800.
800? All right.
I would think.
All right, because these are for 1,300 each. So
Right.
we can save something off of it.
I'm not terribly worried about price. I'm just worried about having a fucking
Ton of them.
300 copies or 500 copies of these. They
dump them out.
Look at these
Threw away a lot last year.
I'm building paper houses.
We threw away a lot last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we have an eco track. It seems almost like a dick move. What is this? A tree. We gotta keep the trees so that we purchase them for paper.
Throw away a tree.
Well done.
Well, if that's the case, what do you think about like the souvenir book we just spent? What, 1,100, 1,200?
I would say we had probably at least 200 left last year.
A souvenir book?
Yeah.
Did we have a problem there then? Because we also had a bunch of people that were complaining they couldn't get a program because we ran out. Well, no, here's the thing. It was true.
Okay.
To them.
Okay.
Which means somebhere somebody was telling them we were out of books, and somewhere we had a case of them. And we didn't put them together.
If anyone
So-
tells you a lie, send them out.
I'm scared. Hold on.
So I'm just going to be living in ops as it turns out.
Yeah.
So as it turns out, what we need to do is make sure that we do a better job of keeping track of where they are.
Yeah.
Make sure the people who would be handing them out know where they are.
Because part of the problem is we shuffle them around whenever we shut down a reg, but I think we keep the entire repository of that in the reg closet.
What I usually try to
We'll
do
get more if they need them.
on Friday of a con is ask somebody, where, when they came here and they dropped off the books, where are they now? Does somebody have them? And unfortunately, sometimes we'll see like all these boxes of them. Oh yeah, we have them. And then there's like 2 other boxes off somewhere for who knows what reason.
Yeah.
So now I might actually have to spend the time literally figuring out how many are in a box, multiplying that by how many boxes, and making sure.
You know what? Have whoever drops them off make sure that they get them signed for, and grab me, and we'll make sure they get all directed to the right room.
Okay.
All of them, and they should know how many are in a box.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all for publications. Unless anybody else has any questions.
Well, so for the program that's online,
My next question was on Stas t-shirt.
Who's doing that?
Oh well, I sent the art. to the t-shirt printer.
Which is,
Let me look that up.
Off-World or
Off-World?
Past?
Off-World, that's all. Let me look up where that
Is that Barb and
Ray.
Barb and Ray? Okay.
Yeah.
I confused the 3 different t-shirt people that I'm vaguely aware of who is who. So, okay, that's Barb and Ray.
Ray's supposed to be coming.
That's
Ray
Chicago
himself.
people, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well,
They,
Roseville, but
to me, that's all Chicago. In fact, all of Illinois. It's pretty much Chicago to me. I'm sure everybody else in Illinois is about that, but we're all Detroit, so that's all. At least they get to be Chicago. We're stuck being fucking Detroit.
So yeah, they're gonna just handle.
So they're just
for us.
They're bringing them for us. We don't have to worry about anything with that.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry, were you the one that was going to give the Concom t-shirts to somebody? I was reading the news for a while.
Concom list of t-shirts.
It's something Jerry was going to give a list of
Staff.
t-shirts. Staff t-shirts.
Your.
Back in the day that we had staff t-shirts, perhaps.
The last few minutes.
Yeah.
It said something about their t-shirts. I only remember the words you.
Good t-shirt.
I'm reading the weather statement.
Oh, tell me what it says, otherwise I'm just gonna go ahead and call bullshit.
Here's a gigantic thunderstorm coming. Oh, you mean that?
Oh my god, I need that on videotape. Solitary flying across the parking lot, clinging to this thing.
It says, here, put together a list of shirts to purchase for the con and pass on to Off-World /
Oh, it's not staff shirts, it's list of shirts to purchase for the con.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You do that?
Nobody emailed me saying they needed any, so far the list is 0. Are we giving away any for prizes still? Anybody? No?
I'll take one.
I award myself for t-shirts.
Phrasing?
For prize, we talked about for charity.
What size?
I don't know, let's say if we only have one as the prize for something, let's say this is probably like extra large. Since
That's
we're
probably
there
safe
in
bet.
person.
So I might go trade it for a smaller one if we have to.
Coupon for a t-shirt? You want to claim?
You want the right size? No. Okay. But they might be able to trade. Anybody else need one? Well, we were going to make sure that Off-World added them to the order, so you're still going to go and purchase them through dealers.
Okay. You should have them in the order. I would say how large is it?
I think we had 5 X's even normally, don't we?
We've had a few.
Yeah, we normally don't have many.
How many Stroke Club Go people are there? What t-shirt sizes do they have? Answer that question soon to Jared.
Okay.
I like that.
I need for you, but the size is. I'm
You need that, so you should have your shirts. Blue party price? Fuckers.
I always get stuck with them.
Wait, you get stuck with shirts? This is not terrible.
Then start with worse. Yeah. I'm sorry, I said that out loud, didn't I?
Cases of mustard. No.
It's not funny. I have a case of money about it. It's in my basement right now.
There you go.
Alright, yeah, so we're good. That's not even going to be ordered that's going to matter.
You're also going to get a couple more shirts.
Okay, you guys have it until the end of the day Monday.
Yes.
Is it appropriate to try and get shirts for an empty or something?
No, that's not good. That's,
If it's in your budget and you're not giving it away.
Right. I guess it's
I was
it's all
out of
programmed.
my budget.
I don't know.
Not
Talk to the head programming guy.
I don't know.
Generally, we don't.
We don't give them freebies as a rule. We give those freebies, and normally we give them the shirts. So.
If he's already got it.
Correct. So.
Is there anyone that that's the week?
You on the shirt? Okay. And one last question. This is for you, Jared. I know that the answer is probably a go, but At what point?
Which guy?
At what point? If someone emails you and says, "Hey, I have this reservation. I'd like to be in the party block and run our own party." You just said, okay. You just said they should contact you, and I wanna.
They need to super hurry.
Okay.
I told everybody to
The
contact
deadline
the
was
parties.
the 19th of March.
Yeah.
So
I get that. That's
back
why
in time would be
back
best,
in time
but
would be best.
I'm going to be submitting a routing list, the first of hopefully no more than 2 mortal drafts tomorrow.
Okay.
So today is good. Tomorrow they might make the revision list.
They might.
Anytime after Monday, they're rolling the dice whether or not they get in the party block.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
So midnight tonight.
Midnight tonight. Okay. Good. That's all I got.
you can go ahead and say noon Monday.
Okay.
I will wait and submit my first one Monday evening.
Midnight tonight is the answer I did. Okay. Okay. Just like at least one person going the other one's not. I'm done.
Excellent. All right. So that's the end of the con chair one. So now, hold on. Let me do a quick job of deleting up the share. Check delete.
On camera.
That's the end of the meeting.
Nope. All right. So now we're rolling around the staff. Any staff member have a thing? And then you talk about EcoTrack.
I don't know if this is something I should just email or just blurt out, so I'll just blurt it out, and then you can tell me to email you later. No problem. In years past, there has been a like either a panel or a thing where somebody brings their own badge holder. They got a ticket, and it was a thing and a
raffle?
application.
That is a raffle.
Yeah. I think instead of following all that, can I stick boxes? Like, you know, when you leave a 3D movie and you drop off 3D glasses and they reuse them. Could I like have boxes scattered around on the Saturday or on Sunday or something, or I don't know, somewhere figure out that they can, people who are leading the con, they can drop their badge holders off. And,
If you're going to throw it out, drop it here instead.
yeah, or yeah, if they don't want to keep it, if they're going to take it home, take it in their drawers.
Just one near the main exit.
If that's appropriate, that's great. Since this is a pretty, you know.
I like the idea of making it work.
Yeah.
Can I make a recommendation? If you're going to do that, try to put up a sign somewhere in your registration, during registration, saying, at the end of the con, please recycle your badge holders.
That was my question for signs. I said I had. I need a sign on the box itself so that people know what it is. A couple of signs on the flyer thing saying, don't forget to turn in your badge when you leave. And something at Reg for, hey, want to make this cheaper for next year? Turn in your badge at the end.
Don't say that part.
Oh, okay, not the cheaper part. Right. Want to keep us from having to read that. All right.
You want to recycle your badge holder.
Yeah.
Want to not get punched in the dick by Jerry.
And don't
Yeah,
have
Recycle your badge holder.
That's just it. I'm trying to avoid making any promises. Just say, hey, you know.
I promise that Jerry might not punch you in the dick. Recycle your badge
How
holder.
about just be environmentally minded? Don't
Exactly,
throw it out,
you know.
just let us recycle it.
Exactly. So yeah, really, I
Don't
just,
be a dick.
Especially because that is actually a surprisingly large proportion of our budget.
Dicks.
Buying these badges.
Also, a large budget item is being a dick. That's why Jared is
We're gonna
charged
get, you know, we can get a picture up here with like a giant trash bag of badge holders tossing into the dumpster and saying, "Don't be this guy."
Don't be Jerry. Recycle.
Don't Jared.
There's an entire ad program. Don't be a Jerry.
Well, how about bringing your own badge holder?
well, yeah, and that's
We've done that in the past.
and it's never really been a very big turnout. It had a raffle and stuff, and I mean, a lot of people never even heard of it, and it's complicated to deal with. We have to get Reg involved. We have to get prizes. We have to get. I just think that having people turning them in at the end, they're already, you know, people used to doing it with 3D badge holders, or 3D badge holders.
I only do it with 4D badge holders.
3D glasses, and I just think that would be I think it'd be a good idea. Now shoot me down.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good idea.
No, I refuse.
Let me find out if we can drop a box at. Let me find out where we can put this box.
Should I
hotel-wise, and
email
we're-
you my idea?
I'll find out.
Alright.
We're gonna do a walkthrough later on, so.
Alright. Do I need to do anything else to make this go forward right now, or just is it
Make a
enough?
box.
You must
I will provide the box if I can get signs for it.
Make a box and email the sign guy to remind him of all
Email
the
the
things
sign
you
guy.
said.
Hey, Constantine. Oh, boxes. Do I collapse them and the ones we're not taking with us give to the hotel? Last year when we had all of our boxes collapsed, the hotel came to us and they were like, "We must put these in the crusher." And I was like, "Okay."
Yes, collapse them, set them aside, when you pick up trash, they'll pick those up and crush them.
Okay.
Don't crush them!
So they can have the boxes and that's all good.
Okay. Anything else from EcoTrack?
I need more good time. I'm good.
I have no idea where that was going. I'm delighted. We're fine. What else? Charity.
Okay, two things, and I am prepared to be yelled at. I know I'm doing everything late because I started late. First off, do I have a budget at all to spend on like the t-shirt that I just asked for?
No, if you want a t-shirt, I'll spray for it.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know about that part. Secondly, everything is all set for players to do that, and I've got all that set up. But then somebody asked me if we were willing to do a bone marrow drive. They would provide all the
Wait,
equipment.
what? Say what?
Bone marrow.
Oh my
drive.
god, that's not what I heard at all.
They provide all the equipment. All I need is a table and a couple of chairs. And if I can't get that from the hotel, could I?
Wait, we're not doing a bone marrow or blood drive at the hotel.
It is the worst case
It
scenario.
is the disease vectors. The best thing you can do in the world is weaken the immune systems of a bunch of people that are hanging around a bunch of grubby, unclean, sick people.
All they do is swab the inside of their cheeks.
To draw bone marrow?
No,
I don't think
no,
bone marrow
no,
works
no,
when you
no,
think
this
it's
is
bone
not
marrow.
drawing bone
Oh,
marrow.
oh,
This is merely getting registered to see if
Okay.
you match. I am not doing anything like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
This
Yeah.
is swabbing the inside of your cheeks.
So work it out with programming, but it's probably too late for the
Get
show.
them also a week-long hospital.
Do you ever?
How long do you want? Like,
A
how
couple hours each day.
Well, a couple hours per day.
Well, however many either I can staff or if anybody wants to volunteer to help me staff. It just needs a person to sit
2 hours
there.
back to back each
Here's the thing, we're talking programming time.
Right.
We are way past the deadline for programming. We might be able to work in an hour here or there.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But it's not going to be
work.
prime time hours. We're talking like, can you do 2 a.m. on
It's
a...
where people canceled
Okay,
or
drunk bone
it's
marrow.
what's
What papers do they need to sign to do this?
All you have to do is they provide that sheet of paper you fill out and
So they have everything they need.
It
They
takes
just
10
need
minutes.
space. Can you email me and tell me exactly what I'm putting into the program that has to be done today?
Yeah.
They absolutely said yes though, right? So if we give them time slots, they're definitely coming.
Well, no,
And they're
we have to
staffing it?
provide the volunteers.
Oh,
Instead of them.
let's
So-
just can it for this year and we'll talk about it for next year.
Because I'm willing to volunteer for a couple of hours.
Let's can it for this year and talk about it for next year. It was bad enough when they already were going to staff it and we were just going to try and find time, but it's too late. I would like to make sure it happens, but it's not next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's not what the issue.
Right.
That was who was with me at that mark? Was that the Marcon trip we all made? Holy shit, was that a nightmare? Like, well, so how many people did you guys send to the hospital today? 7 so far. Are you shitting me? It's 11 in the morning. We opened at 10. We sent 7 people this hour. We're averaging over 1 every 10 minutes. What a great idea this was. Bunch of drunk con people. They started on Saturday.
Yeah.
People were showing up still drunk, like, stick a needle in me. Am I not getting paid for this? This is horse shit, I'm out.
They did that last time I was here with too. They got them going right.
Blood drive, no. Bone marrow swabbing cheek things is awesome. Oh god, and it has the added benefit of all the tinfoil hat people are gonna be like, they're stealing my identity. Oh my god.
I'm here actually is like sweating an A for the chip bag.
Oh my god. Just put me on the schedule doing bone marrow stealing. I'm gonna just start stealing people's DNA. Like, oh, you didn't want an RFID chip? I am your DNA.
We're gonna clone.
I am you motherfucker. Sorry. Wow. Wow.
Pretty stealing DNA out of the con.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not going in there this weekend. That hit me in the OCD. Right.
Actually, what's your open glasses to drink from?
Alright, so, anything else from charity?
They were asking something
No, that
else.
was pretty. I mean, I have a question. If we can't do it in public spaces, if I say my hotel room, I'll be there for 2 hours if people want to come.
Bone marrow screening room party.
Okay. What you want to do in your own room, I don't give a shit. I don't care
But
if you want to
can we
screen their
publicize it for
penises.
fun?
But you're not going to do it through the con in your guest room.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Let's just, here, and I know from this email exchange, if this is hard for you to accept, sometimes no means no, and we'll do it next year. Today, no means no. We'll do it next year. I promise you we'll do what we can. Timing isn't going to work on this. We're 2 weeks out. We're not even 2 weeks out. Shy of 2 weeks out. Holy fuck, we're shy of 2 weeks out.
Yeah, I know.
We're fucked.
1 week.
12 days.
There's literally no
Cheers,
window.
nice to reading the calendar.
This is bad.
I just said it just occurred to me now. I just signed the heart rate double, so
All right.
Yeah, it's right. Your head just started shining.
I'm gonna die.
Look at that. I want to see it right now.
You do too. All right. What else we got? I'm sorry. You keep doing it. So here.
As far as the live game goes, we are doing an extra chain that's going to be considered legendary, and I just need to know that if there's anybody who's going to be too busy to be bugged for perhaps having their picture taken with somebody or signed just an autograph for somebody for some stupid quest thing, if you're going to be too busy, could you let me know right now so we don't include you in the list of possible?
So you mean like people rules down?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean,
Would we know ahead of time that we were going to be hunted?
No, this is why I'm asking. If you don't want to be included, let me know now.
Preferably not hearing.
You're talking about everybody in this room?
Yeah.
Are you excluding people that are not in this room? Can we make a
Yeah.
list of people we want?
Some people that could be included. So I'm asking, if you're going to be too busy for somebody to come up and be like, Brady, I need to come get a picture with you. Can I have my picture done with you?
But you're not just going to be like random user goes or something like that.
No, not necessarily.
If they have to volunteer an hour of their time, I'm all for it.
I will add that
I like
to
that.
this question.
Let's make sure that the guests of honor, if they're on there, run it by Randy first to make sure that the wording of it is such that it won't be weird, prohibitive to their ability to enjoy the conference outside. So, like, if you have.
Really what it would be is we'd just be telling them, okay, your next task is to find Jer and get a picture of yourself with him.
Right, so what I'm saying is, if there's a guest of honor on it, send everything that mentions a guest of honor to Randy. So that he can proof them real quick and go, no, that's going to be too time invasive, yes, the rest of these are okay.
Okay.
Okay? I just want to make sure, if it's something like go get an autograph from John Scalzi, that can end up being a real pain in his ass. If he has autograph training, he does.
Honestly, we didn't even really think of involving guests of honor.
Okay, so that'll make it a very
more
short
of people that people would probably know in this room.
Okay, so to recap, if there's a guest of honor, send it to Randy, other than that.
Yeah, really, anyway, I'm gonna.
That they need to give me something.
Yeah.
I want a score.
Oh my God, you're such cowards.
No. The thing you're not getting is tell her yes, and then when they show up, you get a photo, say, to take a photo, you better give me something.
We'll just demand bribes for whatever.
Yeah, don't tell her you're doing that, because that'll fuck her up.
So this is how I finally get my sexual harassment suit.
This is the fucking way it's all coming down? You bastards. You're welcome. I was part of the last.
I was wondering how it would finally happen, and this is the one.
And the judge says, what is Penguicon and what is WoW?
Alright, anything else for you?
I think that was it.
Alright,
Make sure if anybody needs to be excluded.
volunteers?
Okay,
Or yeah, legionnaires. Jesus Christ.
there you go. Confirmed request hours are over 7:12 if someone was a little late. So I haven't put that one in yet though.
I'll take that.
How many is
It's all
this?
me.
712. To give you an idea, last year was 500. So.
Yeah, but we didn't actually report all of them to you on time, so that might actually be real.
No, 710 was last year's bill.
710 or 510?
510. And
See,
this
stop making
year's
up numbers.
712 requested
So what's 300?
plus. Stop it.
That's a perfect
I'm
four.
I tired my cycle.
So who was late? I gotta know.
Sarah. Actually, it's okay. That's not me. And she wasn't that bad. But if you come to the Legion table any time and request something that wasn't our request, I will throw you down a flight of stairs.
Not a credible threat.
No, just it's a lot. It's way more than I was anticipating. It's a lot.
So
Now,
if you show up and ask for
be
volunteers,
aware.
you better bring some volunteers that aren't on the list already too.
Okay, then you know what? Do we have enough volunteers to cover that 712 hours at the moment?
Both of them are actually very busy.
We do have at least a volunteer always scheduled in ops, right?
Yes.
At least one? 2? Good. Because that's essentially our spare board for that. I just need a volunteer for this completely unforeseeable thing for the next 20 minutes. That's where you go for a very brief one. If you abuse that, we will abuse you. Not verbal threat. And ops has the right to just tell you fuck off if you keep coming up. Yeah, I'm just gonna borrow your volunteer for another hour. Ops can tell you go fuck yourself. And then
Doing macrame, you cannot have him.
He's rubbing my feet. My nails aren't done yet.
He's
No, I
doing
never considered that, but I like that.
mani pedis in the ops closet.
So,
Pretty many
and then the
people.
only other thing that I have for anyone is I got a few tracks who sent requests but didn't know when their panels were. I believe the schedule is up now, or at least close to. So if you were one of those tracks that sent me something that said, well, this is what I need, but I don't know when the hell it's happening, please send me the update on that so I don't have to find it for you each time I try. There's a lot of volunteer requests.
Did you make Anna cry? There's
Are there a lot of
We have
There's quite a few.
we have tracks asking for volunteers. Wait, tracks or panels?
Track. Well,
Oh.
track heads are asking for volunteers
For some reason,
certain
I
panels.
translated that in my head into
I
specific
will
panelists. I was like,
reiterate that.
I
Track
don't think
heads.
I like how this is happening.
Track heads have been asking for volunteers for specific panels or for specific things, which is fine. It's happened in the past. It doesn't matter. My point is, when they didn't know when their panels were, I was getting for 2 hours at some unbeknownst time in the 72-hour period. Hey, fuck you. So I have a lot of and whenever that happens. And whenever that
follow up with you today.
Yeah, I think so. I think I got yours. When I was like, update me when you know shit.
And I did.
You did.
But I didn't hear back if you had gotten it.
That's because I was climbing out from under the pilot truck. If you requested volunteers and you're not sure whether or not I got it, or you're not sure whether or not the times are correct, and you want to make sure everything's correct, it is on the wiki, all of them.
Let's suffice to say, it's not like you have a whole bunch of extra volunteers not doing anything.
I have
Just make stuff
no.
up.
My wife is about to forward you a link
Cannot ask
to a bunch of Scalzi photos.
Right.
For you to look at and
If
see
you're
if there's
looking
anything
for,
that lends itself
here's
to
my
a
request
center
that I sent 3 weeks ago.
Scalzi is
Are we
on
also talking about
Then-
paying for 2 whole new pages in the program book?
What's it cost?
Dedicated to a Scully Central.
What's it cost?
Okay, let me calculate this out.
Honestly,
Because honestly, if it's not prohibitive, I can't
We
see.
paid $100 to get chairs and dick in red shirts.
Well,
I
it's under volunteers,
crowdsourced
but it's all
Not
going to
the
be
cost.
moving as
Oh.
soon as I.
The one with underscores or no underscores?
Shouldn't have underscores.
Legion.
I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't exist yet.
That's what
Do
I
you want me to
got.
create that page?
Legion of Doom exists.
Does it? Do a search for Legion of Doom.
Legion underscore.
I don't know.
I
Do a
don't
search
think
for
it has
Legion of Doom and
underscores.
see what shows up.
But Legion doesn't exist.
Why do you hate search, James? Why do you hate it?
I just used it.
Why do
there's
you
nothing
do it
on
badly?
Look.
I will do.
I found it. It came up under Legion. What's the
Oh. Did it have underscores or no?
deal? It has underscores.
Yeah,
That's my point.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Okay.
She lies. Why do you let her lie to you, James?
Go to apps.
I got something else again.
Damn it! Why did we ever come up with this stupid rule? So, fucking nice one.
You should have the
$100 $110 total.
Now that's an estimate because of the fact that every time we increase it to another 4-page spread, we got to increase the whole book by 4 pages at a time.
But we're talking for a 1,300 print run, 100 and something.
Because it's $1,500 for a 1,300 print run, $1,500. So it comes out to $107.14 for 2 pages.
So we're talking $100.
Right.
For a centerfold.
Just keep in mind that every time we increase the book by 4 pages, that's $200 for an additional 4 pages.
How do we not do this?
The picture better be good. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Good picture, I'm in.
Almost anything.
Define good.
Well, she said she just sent you the link, so see if there's anything that lends itself
As
to
in,
that.
it makes Jared giggle.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay, no. It has to be better than just my Jared Giggle, because Jared Giggle's a lot.
No, Jared cackles. He doesn't giggle enough.
You should listen. Yeah. I'm not even comfortable with this conversation.
It's just like a cackle.
I'm almost offended.
No, heckle. You heckle and you giggle. You put them together, it's a cackle.
And chortle.
Chortle.
Maybe it's a, I think it's a cackle.
There we go.
Chortle.
You giggle when you see balls.
Only his balls. Because I was picturing him staring at his balls laughing.
And I do. Oh my goodness, it's not a mix. Is there time to put an ad in the program book? I'm assuming the answer is yes.
Probably.
The reason I asked.
Let's put it this way. Send me an ad, I'll see.
Okay, Stack Exchange. Well, Jeff Atwood could not be our guest of honor. Stack Exchange sent us some swag, some T-shirts and some stickers that actually have some info about their new sci-fi Stack Exchange site.
Huh.
Yeah. Pity he's not coming because what a fantastic fit all of a sudden. So I was hoping that our sponsorship person was around.
Well, now that they don't exist,
yeah. I just decided that it's a thing. We're doing it. I would like to throw in a tiny blurb that has some info on them, and then we can.
So you're thinking of like in the thank you section?
Yeah.
That's way more space saving. I can do that.
Well, I want to put a picture of my walls.
Fine.
Every time I member gets thrown styrofoam.
No. I'm paying for my own ad. Okay, I put whatever I want in it.
This year, our souvenir book is sexually harassing everyone.
Can we just put a ring of Concom balls around John Scalzi's head on the side?
No.
This is how we never balls again, but I say yes.
They like my ideas.
Let's finally kill off our reputation with celebrities once and for all.
But the problem with that is that we have a little bit of swag. We have, I didn't count them, something like 40 t-shirts and giant stack of stickers. On all of them. We can hand out stickers at the Red's desk, and if we have t-shirts, we should figure out how we can send them out prizes.
Really?
I'll get a comment on them later today.
Yeah, you know, that reminds me, we currently have no thank you section. So there's something to go in. If anybody else thinks of something,
what goes in the
Well, no, we have to thank EcoTrack has a sponsor, right? Lush?
Yes.
They should be in the thank you. So somebody, I don't know, your EcoTrack. Email a thank you blurb to Matt, please. Can you email a thank you blurb to Matt?
Yeah.
I have a thank you blurb from Myth Logic because they're going to, they're providing the large gaming rig that we're going to be giving away, and the and prize, I'm not sure what yet, and they're loaning us
because I need one.
And they're loaning us a bunch of gaming rigs for in the Penguicon room for people to drop in and game with.
PC rigs or
PC? I assume I don't know if I'm ready actually.
My wild guess is either.
I'm assuming PC because the laptop thing is just a bit. But no. I'm Penguicon really hooked us up, so I want to make sure we get thank you after everything else.
and just, hey, by the way, I have somebody who wants to let the Concom know that they're very excited because they're making the April Fool's Day Think Geek. You know those creepers from Minecraft? They're Easter peeps that are actually creepers, and that was an April Fool's Day product on Think Geek, and they're like, no, let's make this real, let's bring over Penguicon.
Oh!
I'm so happy. Man, is it Julie?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Did you see the Legos that are Minecraft?
Because Minecraft is basically fucking electronic Legos.
Yeah.
Who else got something? Really? You fucking done? Wow.
Mara, did you get the information you needed on the dinner to go food and stuff?
Yes, Gary and I talked before the meeting. They're starting.
Oh yeah. Guest of honor will.
Yeah, we're just not gonna feed anybody, right?
Guest of honor will have a special snack room that they'll have a key to get into. All private and shit. VIP room. That's why.
Could you start passing out keys for like $20 each?
Everyone is free Saturday from 5 on the rest of the night and wants to do zombie makeup and really could use some more
To get made up or to put makeup on people?
If there's anything, you know, nicer than spray paint,
Oh my god, let's play people's faces.
It doesn't have to be anything seriously fancy, and I can show you like just if
Why
you're
would you?
available.
You should totally get Jared. Do you email anybody like it says on the front page?
I'm not on the front page.
Go to the front page. Follow the directions that are enumerated there.
Why is there no link for just front page?
Index.
Start.
Or just type in Penguicon.info.
Start. Yeah.
www.
Skip the
Penguicon.info.
Great.
Penguicon.info.
Click.
http://
Doku.
Fuck is that?
I have a quick question.
We're adjourning the meeting.
For ops, is there going to be a number, or do we not know till we get here?
Same number as before. 734-288-BOOB. Not boobs, there's only 4 numbers. 8008.
Here's the thing about John Stelzy, Central Wise, because I'm looking at that album right now, and he is awesome at giving me the kind of photo that I normally want, which is this. Okay? Not, you know, like laying out on the table going like, hey, you know, he doesn't have anything like, he doesn't have any like room scale
How about
photos
you take a picture of yourself
full
and just
body.
put his like
Photoshop him on.
Photoshop.
Gotcha. I don't think he's gonna enjoy being photoshopped on top of my body. But I do have an orange speedo. Just
There's
saying.
a picture of George at like that. George from Central.
You make that Google. Check out the image search for John Stelzy.
I was just doing that
It's
right
actually
now.
pretty good.
Did you say if anybody has Google? I don't know if you guys have heard of this Google, but I have one, and it is amazing. I don't know about the others. I was literally in the process of doing the Google image search, but then I heard in the back of my head this resonating thing.
What was the year that we had the Google sponsorship where we had the t-shirt with the Google Penguicon? I was wearing that in Iraq when some little kid screamed, Google! Because of the logo. So, yeah.
Is that when we had the one?
I think we may have.
Oh, 4 is when we had Devona, 5 is when we had the sponsorship, but no, and Leslie Hoffman.
Oh, Penguicon 4. 2006.
Yeah, 2006.
Okay.
What the shit?
Yeah.
Dude, you get some fucked up shit in that Google image search for John Stelzy.
Oh, you get some salt?
Yeah, if you see anything, forward it to Geraldine and have her ask if that's an acceptable picture to use as a center photo.
Photo on left there.
Alright, so, anybody else have anything? Alright, what time is it? 2 o'clock. So, in about 15 or 20 minutes, we're going to be doing a walkthrough for essential personnel through the hotel. By essential personnel, what I mean is, you're just bored and killing time. Go away. It's annoying. If you need to see something, that is awesome. If you need, this is good. If you need to see something, if there's a specific area you need to check out, if you can follow and not be annoying, if all of these are, any or all of these are true, then you're welcome to come along. The rest of you can sit here and finish up business or go home or whatever.
You should taste that one video's right.
The video's now going off because I'm bored and I'm leaving, so.